Welcome to Legends Think. Well, I'm Dakota,
And I'm Jacky.
and today we are talking about.
Azurite Sea Lore. Da-na-na-na-na-na.
So we'll be going over the story, this is kind of a transformational set in total. They're kind of moving from place to place. We don't have the full backstory. We just have like a little bit of here and there. It's basically a build up to the next one, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, not nearly as much story as what's been provided with other sets.
Right. And and the next set after this one is Arcasia's Island. So we do get the story cards on the
Like the
artwork cards.
bonus
Yeah, the
card in
art
the
card in the
backs.
back
Yeah.
is a story card as well. So, and every set after that moving forward, except for Fabled, will have that. Fabled has no story, I believe. We will figure that one out when we get there.
Yep,
But
that's for later day.
yeah, it's a future us. Um, so I guess we're ready to start.
Yeah, just hop on in.
All right, here we go. So we're going to read a little passage that's from Ravensburger themselves
Yeah, this
about it.
is like the only tidbit we get, I think.
This is pretty much the only tidbit we get. We get a little video as well. We'll talk
Yeah,
about that in a
yeah.
minute, but this is the little tidbit that Ravensburger does give us. Embark on a high seas adventure aboard great ships. You and your glimmers will venture through the beautiful yet unpredictable Azurite Sea. For the first time, you can add characters from Big Hero 6 and Rescue Rangers to your trusty crew. It's a good thing they're on your boat, as they help you stave off others traversing the waves like coconut clad pirates, wily swashbucklers, and even rival inventors with their accompanying
Dun,
robots.
dun, dun.
Azurite Sea picks up the story of the Illumineers, who were last seen celebrating Ursula's defeat in Shimmering Skies, until their victory was cut short by pieces of the Great Illuminary breaking away and crashing to the ground. With repairs to the damaged Great Illuminary still unfinished after the events of Shimmering Skies, the Illumineers now set sail across the perilous Azurite Sea, joined by glimmers of daring pirates and inventors.
Wow.
So that's the general story that we're running with here for Azurite Sea. We have a little bit more in-depth version of it, but this is what Ravensburger does give us, as we previously said. They also gave us a video. It's the trailer video. You can look it up on YouTube if you want to watch it. But essentially, do you want to recap the video or you want me to?
I mean, it's nothing too crazy, this video. It's basically just all of our favorite characters, as pirates mostly,
As pirates.
sailing through the perilous seas. And then, I don't know, we get to an island and it's 100-acre island. What else do we
They
get? Do we
get
get to see some of the maze?
they get attacked by the
Oh,
Kakamora,
Kakamora.
and
The
then yeah, we get to the Perilous Maze, which is a location card that we get. The Azurite Sea seems to be ever changing based on this video, so let's hop right into the story. Yeah.
Let's do it. Using Scrooge's map, the Lumineers prepare to solve the mystery of the broken illuminary. The Glimmers set sail across the Azurite Sea with a full fleet of ships, or ink runners. The Azurite Sea keeps shifting to hide its mysteries, including a few locations like 100-Acre Island, Skull Rock, and Owl Island. Owl Island might come up again in the future. So
Dun dun dun.
there's a lot of cards that hint at this mystery owl. While Glimmers were in search of treasures and answers, they were also met with villains of pirates. We see that Captain Hook is out on the seas and manages to capture Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell breaks free after Peter distracts the pirates. We see Michael, Wendy, and John all aboard a ship ready to help Peter. The Kakamora also occupy the sea on their Floatzilla. We also find a villain in search of the Hexwell crown. Seeking the crown.
That's no other than Jafar. So a couple of the cards that you mentioned in this first part of the story here, we have 100-Acre Island, Skull Rock, and Owl Island. All three are different locations that are inside this set. They don't really have any flavor text or anything with them, but just that they are there is interesting.
Yeah, definitely like in-game locations.
Yeah, not only story, but in-game. We also have the Mr. Smee that's holding the Tinkerbell. We'll talk about that one in a little bit. And then the Peter Pan, when he breaks Tinkerbell free, is Peter Pan Neverland Prankster. We also see the Floatzilla is also a location,
Yep.
and Seeking the Half Crown is a card as well, which we'll get to in a moment here. So first off, We talked about how they had a fleet of ships or ink runners. So the two cards that we have that talk about that is the Alistair Cray, ambitious entrepreneur. His flavor text says, "Sleek yet strong, these ink runners are on extraordinary feat of engineering."
Wow.
And then we also have the ferry ship, which is, I would assume, one of the ink runners or ships. I don't know who occupies it though, if it's heroes or villains at this point.
Yeah.
But the flavor text there is, legends say that whenever something goes missing, it's been taken to build the ferry ships of the Azurite Sea.
Yeah, and there's like the small fairy side story. Did you get into that at all? I have a card about it later.
Yeah, I didn't get too far into that
Okay.
one. I saw that it was like a side story, but I was trying to focus on the main. So we'll talk
Well,
about
we'll
it
get
when
to it.
you're
We'll
ready.
get to it.
So the next cards that we want to talk about are all cards relating to the Azurite Sea and finding their way through it. So we can start with the Sail the Azurite Sea, as one would.
Yeah, so that just says the flavor text is you need a good plan and even better luck to make it across these treacherous waters. So that's just some of the ink runners and the waves. I don't know, tornadoing up behind it.
Yeah, and in a lot of the cards, we see the waves, right? So the waves are very important throughout this set. You'll see them in the background of almost every single
Hmm.
card. And some of them, we'll talk about one later, but there's also hidden features inside of the waves,
Yeah,
which are
so
pretty
keep an
cool.
eye out there.
The next card we want to talk about is the Dr. Dilbert Doppler. His flavor text is, of course, it all makes perfect sense. That's why my old star charts are useless. Every star in the sky here is different.
What?
So that tells us that there's our world and then there's the world of Lorcana, the realm of Lorcana,
Hmm.
I guess, realms. And the realm of Lorcana is, in fact, different than our world. We're just stepping into it.
Right, agreed. So, and I think that's been kind of set up in past sets, but like this is just another confirmation. Next card we have is Lead the Way. That flavor text says, we have what it takes to find our way through this maze together. Hold on, we're going in. And it's just Jasmine leading her, I don't know,
These
troops.
are palace guards.
Palace guards, probably. That would make sense.
Um, the next one is Gadget Hack Wrench, Perceptive Mouse. All the clues pointed to an island, but I never thought I'd see it on a map. Golly, this is incredible. I mean, the island actually exists, so it's technically credible, but still, this is amazing.
Oh.
So, again, referring to the map, this is Scrooge's map that we see Scrooge holding in his card,
Hmm.
Scrooge Antiques Aficionado.
And then we have Prince Philip, Royal Explorer. A clear head and a calm hand will see you through uncharted waters. He's just looking majestic with the crashing waves behind him.
Yeah, and this is a very popular card now because everybody is currently playing it in the meta. It's the 3 cost, 3/2 Prince Philip with Ward, for those of you that don't know it by its full name, full government name of Royal Explorer. We also have the Peter Pan side story that we talked about a little bit there. So, Mr. Smee, Steadfast Mate. In his artwork, you see Skull Rock in the background. He's on land and he's got I believe it's a handkerchief that he turned into a baggie.
No, it's his hat.
Is it his hat?
Yeah.
Okay. It's his hat that has Tinkerbell inside of it. And this is directly from the story. Captain Hooked like a word with you. So that's his flavor text there, but we can see that Mr. Smee did in fact get Tinkerbell for a moment.
Yeah, for the time being. Then we have John, Wendy, and Michael Darling all on their pirate ship in their, I don't know, pirate costumes.
I believe this is them boarding the Jolly Roger along with that Peter Pan Neverland Prankster card.
Yes.
The flavor texts are funny though on these.
Yeah, so John's is just, get ready, Michael, here they come.
Wendy doesn't have a flavor text, but Michael does. It's hoist the colors, prepare to fight, teddy bear at the ready.
Michael is the cutest.
Yeah, I love
And
these.
the bib with the treasure map on it.
Yeah,
Like, I love it.
yeah. There's so many cool little hidden details in all of these cards, and again, in all of these cards, you see kind of the wave pools or the waves splashing up in the background and changing. It's very interesting. Now we're going to start the second part of the story. So Jafar has Basil still under his control. Basil found the crown was gone once more, but there were clues leading it to Owl Island. We know that Jafar had Basil under his control from cards from the last set.
Right.
That's when we started to find out that Jafar could be the big bad. Spoiler, he is. And he's using different glimmers to help him out throughout this. Basil seems to be the main one in all of these. Meanwhile, Rafiki has visions of Jafar's plan. Finally, after beating the maze, the Illumineers find the island they were looking for, Owl Island, or better known as
Arcasia's Island.
dun dun dun. So we don't find out that it's Arcasia's Island until the next set.
Yeah, so spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, but there are some mentions of Owl Island and things like that. We're going to run through the Jafar line here really quick. The first card in the Jafar set, side storyline, well, I guess not side storyline, it's the main storyline, right? Is Jafar Power Hungry Vizier. The Broken Crown's power is formidable, but not enough. With both halves of the Hexwell Crown, I could rule all of Lorcana.
So I feel like this is like the card confirmation of Jafar's big bad.
Yes, I believe this is it as well. I would agree with you. And what's cool in this one is in the background you see broken pieces of the Illuminary, the Great Illuminary, and you see him holding half of the Hexwell Crown there.
Yeah. So, yep, pretty obvious here. Next up, we have Basil Hypnotized Mouse, and he has those hypnotized eyes still in his little detective outfit. That flavor text says, footprints from a large owl with droplets of water? Clearly some avian menace has crossed the Azurite Sea and absconded with a crown. So, and yeah, you can see just the big owl footprints in the back.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks like he's in a thicket, but it's confirmation that Owl Island, there's something to go on there. We didn't know what Owl Island was when we first got the cards.
Right.
And
Yeah,
that's,
I was going back through some like history of, I don't know, people chatting when this first came out, and they're like, what is this owl? And we're going through like the owl from Pooh, a couple other owls.
Right.
There's a lot of Disney owls out there. And surprise, surprise, it's a whole new owl.
None of them. Right.
So, and I,
Archimedes.
right.
Owl.
So, and I honestly, I love that that's something Lorcana can do is just create characters, and it's even better. I don't know.
So yeah, our next card is Rafiki, Shaman of the Savannah. The signs, they never lie. The snake thinks he's planned for everything. Oh ho ho. He forgot about the owl. There's hope yet.
There's hope yet.
So it's Rafiki, doing his thing as a shaman, and he again talks about the owl, and then also reconfirms that it's Jafar with the snake thinks he's planned for everything. As we know, we see Jafar often either holding the snake staff or as the
Snake
giant cobra
form.
himself, right, in a card.
So the next two we have is the little, it's Dawson and Olivia Flaversham. So Dawson says, by Jove, he must be around here somewhere. Basil, Basil, shout if, ah! And he's just like sliding around the Illuminary. But why I
As it's falling apart.
yeah, why I highlight both of these cards is they have this like gold, I don't know, light coming from the corner. So Olivia said she had searched high and low in the Illuminary for any hint of Basil. Instead, she found something completely unexpected. Dot dot dot. So there's this golden hue coming from something.
Yeah, we're not really sure what that is yet.
Not positive, but that comes up more in the future as well.
It does. It does. A couple more Jafar cards that we see are Energy Blast, where we see the snake staff, I'm going to call it. I feel like it has a different name, but I can't think of it right now.
I feel like snake staff is good.
And very hard to say.
Alliterative.
Alliterative. Did you really think I would fight fair? Jafar. So that's the flavor text on that one.
Seeking the half crown says, it's another Jafar quote. I see the other half in the Inklands. Quick, my tiny companion, fetch me that crown.
So, and this card is the most interesting because it seems like this should be like the first card that you see.
Yeah.
To show that the Illumineers and the Glimmers need to go out into the Azurite Sea, into the Inklands, in order to find this other half of the
right.
kingdom.
Yeah, it's the whole reason we're venturing out.
Right. It's part of the reason, right? We are still also searching for lost lore items.
Oh yeah, that got washed
overall. That got washed away in the Inklands, and that maybe disappeared when the Illuminary broke apart as well. Again, the story of Lorcana, they call the items lore. So
Hmm.
just for everybody, just a reminder there, we will refer to it as lore. Try to remind you that it's items, but sometimes we just get stuck with lore. The final card here is Bend to My Will. At last, this is where your luck runs out. And it's a image of Jafar looking very menacing, and something is appearing in his hand. I'm not quite sure what it is. It's just a white flare there.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm. So more cards we have. We have Wreck-It Ralph Ham Hands. And he just says, I'm very good at what I do, probably the best I know. And that's straight from the movie. But he has this gold, I don't know, gold coin, but it's not the gold coin. It's a different, this is like the gold medal,
yeah, the Medal of Heroes.
Medal of Heroes. So he's found that. So that is potential golden hue that I'm talking about.
And more lore in general, right? It's
Yeah.
another item that they need to find.
Yep.
Did we skip over the Daisy Duck card earlier? I
Yeah,
believe we
we
did.
did.
So, sorry, just backtracking just a hair here. There's the Daisy Duck Pirate Captain. I think this one needs to be in there. I put it off to the side, but the answers we're looking for are on the other side of that maze. I just know it. So that's again referring to the perilous maze of the Azurite Sea, and that they're looking for the lore and the answers and
Hmm.
things like that.
Then we have Vanellope von Schweetz, and her flavor text is almost got it, but she's like jumping through the air, and she's got the gold coin reflected in her eyes, so like you can actually see that one. And then the matching other side is the gold coin item card, and that flavor text says, "Sweet mother of monkey milk, a gold coin."
And that's directly from the story
Yeah.
of Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but those two cards go together, so there's
It's
more of this gold going on.
yeah, it's cool to see the lore from the story coming into the lore
Yeah,
of
two for.
Lorcana. Next, we have now we're going to talk about the maze and things like that a little bit more. So, we have Mickey Mouse, Courageous Sailor. Golly, this looked a lot easier from the ship, but I know I can make it. The crew is counting on me, and it's Mickey in a little dinghy boat by himself paddling,
With
and the
his
waves are
little
just.
sailor hat.
And he's got the tiniest little sailor
Yeah.
hat. The waves are coming up next to him.
But in the background, you can see like the gates of the Owl Island or whatever. Owl Palace.
Owl Island, yeah.
Owl Island, yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, so that's just another one of the like you can actually see it.
yeah, outside of its card, Owl Island, you can see it in the background
Yeah.
here. We also have Minnie Mouse Pirate Lookout. Minnie leaned forward. Could it be true? Was it the island at last? So
We're
Minnie
getting there.
seeing the island, sending Mickey to go find it, things like that.
Then we have everyone's favorite, Sour Bill. He says, "You want to go in there? Fine. If you do, you won't come back out."
And this looks like just another portion of the perilous maze that we see. But what's interesting in this portion is that we see a lot of broken ships.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, like on the surface, on the ground of the ocean floor kind of thing, but the maze splits the water.
yeah, this maze reminds me of um, almost the Harry Potter maze where it constantly is changing.
Sure.
This is what this maze
Yeah.
reminds me of in a way. And we do see, I believe, on the left hand side of the artwork, you see like a pirate lookout
Yeah.
kind of thing, which refers back to the Alice card, Alice
Ooh.
Sailor card, where you can see her holding on to that lookout in the sea. So that'll come up again later, actually, and shortly. Hercules, Unwavering Demigod. That maze wasn't so bad. Let's see what this island has in store for us. So they made it to the other side of the
Mhm.
maze, which is cool.
Yep. And finally, King Hubert, Philip's father, says, "I told you we'd find an island eventually. Excellent navigating. Yes, yes, I'm quite proud. Now, a toast to our success." And he's got like a whole feast in front of him, so I can fully support that, especially post Thanksgiving.
There's a bunch more cards that also include the maze in the background and things like that, or just that they're
Yeah.
pirates. We didn't include them all in here just because it's almost every card in the set.
Yeah.
So
Just
we
some of the
will,
highlights.
yeah, we will highlight a couple more, but Alice is one of them. So This is also Alice is one of the stories that we do get from Lorcana or Ravensburger.
Yeah, so this is actually the most story we get for this set, but it's really a side story. It's not not necessarily lore. But this is Alice's splashy voyage. My teapot, shouted the Mad Hatter Glimmer from the shores of the Azurite Sea. The Alice Glimmer looked in the direction he pointed until she spotted the blue and white teapot bobbing in the distant waves. Now, how do you suppose it got out there? She asked. Must have heard me say, clean cup, move down, and just kept moving down until it splashed into the sea, thinking it was tea. Silly teapots never act the way you expect. They can spout off at any moment, you know. Steaming hot attitudes, too. No matter, I had the perfect way for you to sail out and retrieve it. Side note, I have my tea going right now. Me? Said Alice. The Mad Hatter bristled and put his hand to his chest. I certainly shouldn't have to go out there on my unbirthday. And besides, you have read so many nautical books. You are you are a much savvier sailor than I am. What do you have in mind? Alice asked, even though she knew the Mad Hatter's way would be senseless compared to a boat made of wood and sails. Not in mind, on my mind. The Mad Hatter lifted his moss green hat to reveal an upturned bottle with delicate rope lattice work around it and a tiny teacup for a crow's nest atop a little mast. This is the way to sail. Made it myself. Do you like it? He lifted the tiny ship off his bald head and giggled. How am I to ever fit in that? Asked Alice. But the Mad Hatter had something else up his sleeve. After a few wriggles of his arm, a tiny cake tumbled from his jacket cuff. Don't worry, my dear. This'll shrink you down to size, he said as he handed it to her. Now, of course, you'll need provisions. He pulled supplies out of his pockets: a tablespoon of butter, 2 spoons, for rowing if need be, and a smidgen of jam. He laid all this in the bottom of the bottle. With a bite of the cake, Alice shrank down, down, down. The Mad Hatter helped her into her boat and dropped the craft into an outgoing wave. Goodbye, he called, and don't talk to any walruses you don't know. The waves are small at first, and Alice enjoyed the gentle swaying up and down. It reminded her of when she wafted down the rabbit hole. However, the farther her little boat drifted away from shore, the more raucous the sea became. Despite being thrown off her feet a time or two, Alice kept a constant weather eye out for her goal. That is, until the teapot was tossed up and over a very large wave. As she felt her little boat riding up the same swell, she thought only of spotting the teapot again on the other side. Except she didn't. Oh dear, Alice said as she climbed up the ship's mast to scan the roiling sea. Where can it have gone?
Alice searched desperately, but wave after wave she couldn't spot the object of her journey. Alice sunk into the hull of the ship. She felt tears welling up in her eyes. At least tears couldn't cause any damage in this small size. Lost again, she said. Maybe I'm just not meant to be a sail. Something afar off caught her attention. Enormous walls that looked like they were somehow flowing. As Alice's bottle was carried nearer, she saw they were colossal barriers made entirely out of water. Curiouser and curiouser, said Alice, as she glided between two towering walls of seawater. Soon the path turned, and she found herself facing diverging paths. One seaway went to the left, another to the right. As the waves moved down the left corridor, she witnessed the endless cascade of rippling along these watery walls. The current pulled her along, and she examined the endless cascade of water that rippled within each wall. After a series of these diverging turns and junctions, Alice gasped, realizing that this twisting enigma was, after all, a smile as big as the Cheshire Cat's bloomed on her face. Why, it's a maze. She navigated a maze where the cards were against her once before. She knew she could find her way through this one. A glint a short distance ahead caught her eye. It could have been mistaken for a light reflecting off the water's surface, but it has its ceramic sheen. There you are, shouted Alice. After retrieving one of the spoons, she rowed along the seaway until she was alongside, starboard side, Mad Hatter's errant teapot. It clinked against her craft as she tied a tow line to the teapot's handle. Alice was ready to head back the way she'd come, but something stopped her. Maybe it was intuition, or perhaps her curiosity. Looking once more at the flowing walls around her, she pondered what secrets this liquefied labyrinth held. I wonder, she said, and she began rowing towards the maze's mysterious center.
Yeah, so I love that story because it takes so much of like the actual Alice in Wonderland story, but makes it into Lorcana.
Yeah, it
Like
twists
the
it.
maze, the teardrops, the Mad Hatter.
And in we should post this link as well when we make our Instagram post, which you can see that'll show some of the cards. Not all of them. We'll just show the highlights,
Highlights.
but we'll post this link in there as well because some of the artwork that's in this story is amazing. There's an artwork that shows like the maze, and you can see like the fish and hidden Mickeys
Ink
and ink
runners.
runners and things like that inside of the artwork.
You have the Alice artwork.
Yeah, from Alice, Savvy Sailor, and the teapot artwork as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, so would recommend checking that out if you have the time.
The next little tidbit, this is really just a mention. I don't know how it's going to affect things, but we do see in the Yokai Professor Callahan card the Sapphire Chronicon.
Mhm.
He is essentially inventing it, it looks like. So his flavor text is: You are brilliant scientists and inventors. Think of what you could do with this little device. How do you push the boundaries of what is possible? So that tells me that the inventors are the ones that created these Chromicons.
Yep. Yeah, they aren't just didn't just show up one day.
So now we're going to spotlight one of the cards. This is actually from the Ravensburger site where they did an artist spotlight.
Oh, cool.
So it's just a little, I thought it was an interesting little tidbit about the card. The artist on this card is Christian Romero.
Oh, did we meet him?
We met him. He was at the 13K weekend for
Oh,
Game and Co.
so
and Glass City, and then he was also at the DLC Milwaukee. So many people met him.
very cool.
So for the card that we're talking about, this is Adora Beazle Winter Pop Ice Rocket Racer, and Christian did the artwork for it. And his quote that he said was, "For this card, I added some small details in the background that you might miss. I thought it would be fun to have a bunch of crabs trying to cross the sandy road. You can see them very, very small next to the giant wave. Also, you can see hints of sea life inside the wave to indicate that this is a real ocean full of life." So this is just one example of it and Christian's example of it, but there's many cards where you can see extra little tidbits inside of the waves in the
Yeah,
background.
I will say I did not notice the crabs trying to
The
cross
little
over.
crabs are
That's
really cute.
hilarious.
Yeah. I thought that was super cool. So that's why I wanted to include that here. And that pretty much wraps up the story or the lore behind Azurite
Hmm.
Sea.
Yeah, so we
Uh,
have a sea, we have a maze, there's an owl,
there's an island.
and Jafar is a bad guy.
We have ships and ink runners.
Hmm.
Jafar's a bad guy still.
Pirates,
Always has been. Pirates,
good and bad.
good and bad. There's many pirates in this, and I believe there's the Winnie the Pooh ship, which is a fun one. I did not include, but I will grab it real quick. Why don't we start with your honorable mentions first?
All right, so these are in no particular order. Um, so I guess starting with Rafiki Ethereal Guide. It's nothing more than I absolutely love the art on it. It's uh Rafiki, obviously, but he's kind of like ghostly, I guess, like ethereal.
Yeah,
And just like neon-y. I don't know. He looks awesome. I love it. There's no flavor text or anything, just looking cool with the I think it's Pride Rock in the background. Maybe not. Maybe that's water. I guess he's probably in the maze, yeah.
yeah, I think he's
But
in the
it's
maze.
reminiscent of Pride Rock.
So sorry, the Pooh pirate ship is the one that I liked out of the ships and ink runners
Okay.
because we have different things like the Jolly Rogers and things
Hmm.
like that. But the Pooh pirate ship, it looks like it was crafted by Winnie the Pooh himself, and the flavor text on it is just my favorite. It's the friendliest ship on the Azurite Sea.
Yeah, I
It's
love it.
just Winnie the Pooh.
My next shout out is Tinkerbell, Queen of the Azurite Fairies. So I thought this is interesting. So one, I also love the art on this one, but two, Tinkerbell's officially a queen. So,
Yeah.
and that's one of her, I don't know, tags. What's her like category?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I don't know. I just thought, Tinkerbell's normally just a fairy, but now she is queen, and there's Azurite fairies. So
Characteristic.
characteristic. Thank you. So just an interesting shout out.
Yeah. And the Azurite fairies. So there's
Yep.
obviously the side story of the Azurite
Right.
fairies.
So who are these fairies? So obviously we have like the fairy ship, but
Right.
and the queen of the fairies.
Yeah, yeah. Tinkerbell became the queen of the fairy shipbuilders.
Yeah.
That's fun. I have on my honorable mentions Donald Duck, first mate. A promotion. It's about time someone recognized my natural leadership skills. It's just Donald
Do it in the
being
voice.
proud of himself. I'm not doing it in his voice. I can't do it. I would love to be able to do it. I just can't.
Alright, my next one is Jeannie, excited shipbuilder. That flavor text says, for the indecisive sailor, we have three, count 'em, three ships in one. It sails, it flies, it juliennes fries, and for the low price of just one wish. So Jeannie's one of my favorite characters of all time.
I love it.
So I just love it. 10 out of 10.
I have Stitch, Little Trickster. Again, this is you can see the waves in the background and like the islands and stuff are like floating up inside the waves of the perilous maze. His flavor text is always ready for an emergency, usually because he caused it.
Love it. It's got scrump, ice cream, sword,
Yeah, he's ready to
plasma
go.
blaster.
Plasma blaster.
Do you want to do a second one? I think I'm running out of cards.
Sure. I think you had this one on yours as well, and Fred.
Nope.
Okay, so Fred, mascot by day, is the card, and the flavor text there, which is from the story, is but by night I am also a school mascot.
I do love this card. It probably would have been on my mentions, but
Yeah,
all right, what's my next one? We have Jasmine, rebellious princess, and her flavor text is even the smallest mouse can make the biggest difference, and that's just like shout out to Mickey
shout out
Mouse
to
and
Mickey,
the OG,
Mr. Mouse himself.
the boss.
I have Billy Bones, Space Sailor, and this one it's from the story, but it could fit into the lore of
Hmm.
Lorcana. It's he'll be coming soon. Can't let him find this, and he's holding the treasure box there, right? So,
Love it.
and what's interesting is that quote directly relates to his ability, which is when this character is banished, you may banish chosen item or location. So
Clever.
clever.
Love it. Okay, my next one is my favorite enchanted from this set is Yzma, Conniving Chemist. And nothing crazy outside of like I feel like I would get tattoos of this card. Like if I had to pick like something from Lorcana, like I love Emperor's New Groove. And like it's even got just the like little details and little sketch art. Like love it. Big fan.
And this, so the for this one, the enchanted doesn't have the flavor text, but the regular does. The
Ooh.
flavor text on the regular is one of these has got to work. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, love it.
And she's
Yeah, it's
obviously holding the
yeah, all
potions.
the little potions and whatnot.
I have Pete Freebooter, and this one is Pete was always looking for trouble. Now he was finally getting paid for it, and he's like on the lookout, like trying to find stuff. So again, being a villain, looking for trouble, just classic Pete.
Maybe one more.
Sure, I have Rue, Littlest Pirate, and this one's flavor text is look at all my ships, Mama. We're gonna go on the Azurite Sea. So again, calling out the Azurite Sea.
Adorable, and he's made like a bunch of the little paper like
Yeah, the
sailor
little paper
hats.
boats and sailor hats, and he's got a little wood sword and
Yeah,
stuff.
the cutest. My last one is Hades, Lord of the Dead. His flavor text is you could say I'm big on the catch, not so much on the release.
That's funny.
So
And it looks like he's holding somebody's soul from
yeah.
the pool of souls there.
Yeah, so it's just a cool one. Love the art.
And my final shout out is Peter Pan Shadowcatcher. So in the previous sets, we saw there was Peter Pan and Peter Pan's shadow, and they were out both searching. Well, he finally caught his shadow, and the flavor text is, "You're not getting away from me this time." And he's like holding him down to his foot.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, so that's good.
So that's what we have for this set.
So that's what we have for this set.
Azurite Sea.
The obviously we always spotlight a card at each. That's our new thing is spotlighting a card when we can. So, but our card spotlight from this was the Adorabli's Winter Pop Ice Rocket Racer, which we had the quote from Christian Romero there. And I believe Jackie has a little game as well.
Yeah, we're
And
testing Dakota's knowledge.
we also are going to do This Week in Lorcana. So I guess let's play the game first.
All right, so this is just simple guess the card. It's going to be from this set.
Okay.
You can only ask yes or no questions, and I'm not going to make it like impossible.
Do I get a list of cards?
No.
I can't look at a list.
This is from pure memory.
Pure memory. Got it. Great.
So just think back a couple sets.
Is it in the first three colors, being amber, amethyst, emerald?
No.
Okay. Is it a steel card?
No.
Hmm.
I feel like I should do like a punishment after 10 questions.
Okay. Well, let's see how this goes.
We can
first.
do that next time.
Is it a character?
Yes.
Okay. Is it inkable?
Yes.
Is it ruby?
Yes.
Okay. Is it a demigod?
No.
Okay, so it's not Hercules, it's not Maui. Okay. Is it a female character?
No.
Oh boy. Okay. Is it... Does it have one lore? Pip.
Yes.
Okay. Does it have 3 strength?
No.
Hmm. Is it a villain?
No. Can I clarify? Demigod is specific to Hercules.
Okay. Is it Maui Half Shark?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He's a deity.
He's a deity.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's my bad.
I was trying to let you circle back. So you would have had like 4 questions.
Yeah. Nailed it.
Good job.
Love that. And it's a 6 cost inkable, 7/5 evasive.
Yeah.
Quest for 1 with the ability when this character challenges another character or banishes another character.
Challenges.
Challenges another character, you may return an action from your discard to your hand.
Yes,
and then you gain 1 lore for each action you play.
Yeah, so he just did that straight from memory. I'm the only one looking at this card right now. It's like word for word. So that's insane.
The joys of casting is having to know all of this. I think my next feat is going to be trying to learn all of the names of the abilities.
Ooh.
So I can't remember what are the names of the abilities on Maui. Chihu, yep.
And wayfinding.
Wayfinding. Okay.
So yeah,
Chihu I would have gotten.
Yeah.
Wayfinding I didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of, what do you call them?
Ability names.
Ability names. Yeah, that's a lot of ability names.
Yeah, and they don't necessarily relate. Always.
So, moving on.
Yeah.
What did you do this week in Lorcana?
So this week in Lorcana, I'm going to kind of extend because we are recently off of Thanksgiving here in the U.S. and things like that. So Lorcana's been kind of up in the air with family in town and stuff. But I did play in League the week before Thanksgiving, and I will be playing in League probably this weekend, trying out new decks, doing a lot of deck brewing right now, switching between Ruby Steel, Amethyst Steel, Amber Emerald, and then one of the big ones that Mike, also from the podcast team, and I are currently working on and cooking with is a Amber Steel that uses the Black Cauldron.
Yeah.
And it's getting there.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, so definitely, tune into our streamings on Twitch and whatnot, and you can help us build that deck.
Yeah, Mike just played with it, I believe, earlier this week. So we are constantly tuning that deck and trying to get it to work, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, tune in on Twitch because we definitely play that deck a lot. And then we also have Adelie streaming on Twitch now, which is one of the team players. She did day 2 the DLC Milwaukee, which you guys heard that podcast already, but she is also streaming for us on Twitch now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So lots of
lots
good
of
stuff
new
out there.
stuff. And we started a new YouTube series
Ooh, yeah, we did.
thanks to Rules of Villainy for the idea. They do a local meta report for St. Louis area, so
Hmm.
we decided that, well, Southeast Michigan needs a local meta report because
Obviously,
we're
the most
obviously
important region.
we're obviously just need to do it. So we did our first one, and we're gonna do them. We're not gonna do them every week. We'll probably do them every couple weeks. I believe it's every 2 weeks, just because the meta does shift, but not a whole lot in a week time.
Yeah.
So we will be getting as many decks. So if you are in the Southeast Michigan area and you do have a winning deck, or you see a winning deck and you want to send it to us,
Yeah. Or want
ask
some
that person.
inspiration
Yeah, or you
from
want
what we
inspiration.
have going on over here.
Yeah, please shoot it over to us on Instagram. That'd be awesome.
So my weekend,
Yeah,
Lorcana.
what did you do this weekend, Lorcana?
I've been opening a lot of packs,
Yes.
but our biggest, bestest ones, we've been getting some good cards. Technically, I didn't open it, but we were at Tailgate with our friends from Where the Magic Happens podcast, another that's just our Disney slash Universal podcast friends.
Yeah.
So we were opening a trove and we pulled a Hades iconic. No,
Yeah. Iconic
okay.
Hades. And we pulled Legendary Cindy too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Why
So
not?
yeah, we opened what, the Ariel
Yeah.
ethereal voice
Yep.
in the case that we got.
Yep. And that was like day one,
That was day one. And then
along with was it Enchanted Cindy?
yeah, we pulled the Enchanted
Yeah,
Cindy as well there.
good box.
And yeah, that was a really good box. And then we also pulled the Hades iconic in that trove. So we've
Yeah,
pulled both iconics this set,
yeah,
which is
which is awesome.
crazy.
Love that.
Yeah, like we have used all of our luck. Like we are not
Oh
pulling a single thing next set.
yeah,
We're gonna be lucky if we get anything higher than a rare.
right.
Uh,
So, and I think those should all be on. Is it our YouTube? Those
uh,
clips.
they should be clipped as shorts on YouTube, or you can watch the full openings on Twitch as a
Hmm.
VOD, and the Twitch VODs also are on YouTube.
Yeah. So
So feel
just in
free to
case you
check
want to check
those out.
those out.
See us freak out.
So I think that is what we have for today.
Yeah, that's all we have for today. So we'll see you guys next time.
And remember, it's a great day to have a great day.